You are required to incriminate yourself in the city of Mesa, Arizona.
So under Arizona law, a person may lawfully decline to answer questions without violating ARS 13-3102. Is that correct?
No.
So let's talk about Richard Weed's case, or Arizona Unfiltered. As some of you know, in December of 2024, he was arrested for misconduct involving weapons following a traffic stop in Mesa, Arizona, for supposed loud noises coming from his exhaust.
Alright, officer, I'm Mesa Police Department. Any weapons in the vehicle?
I don't answer questions.
You don't answer questions.
No.
Okay, driver's license, insurance, registration.
Sure. What'd you pull me over for? Because I wasn't speeding.
Unusual noise from the exhaust.
And it's important to note that the officer that pulled him over never actually checked his vehicle. The driving infraction that he claims he used as a means or reason to stop Richard says that the vehicle needs to have a working muffler. There needs to be a functioning muffler on the vehicle. Officer Duran of the Mesa Police Department believes that he can stop any vehicle on the road for this exact Title 28 driving infraction in Arizona if he hears loud noises emanating from your vehicle, and then he believes that he does not have to inspect your vehicle to make sure it's in compliance with this Title 28 that he just pulled you over for. Even though the first line reads, "A motor vehicle shall be equipped at all times with a muffler that is in good working order and that is in consistent operation to prevent excessive or unusual noise." How is he supposed to issue a ticket for this infraction if he never checks the equipment? And if he uses this as an excuse to pull people over without checking the equipment, then he probably thinks this is some kind of loophole for him to pull over any loud vehicle. I would check his record to see how many traffic tickets he issues under the guise of this exact violation. And the officer made zero attempt to check any of this. And in his mind, and even in his own words, you'll hear that all he needs is to hear a weird noise, and it will give him grounds to pull you over for that. Because he did an interview with Richard, and that's literally what he said.
What was the exact law or vehicle code you believe that I had violated?
The code that you have violated was the unusual noise from your exhaust. Per Arizona revised statute, it shall be equipped with a working muffler and non-excessive noise.
Okay. What equipment, if any, does the law require to prove that a muffler is not in working order?
I would believe that the unusual noise from your truck while it was being operated.
Okay. And so you did not use a decibel meter or any mechanical tool to measure the sound of the exhaust due to the statute not requiring a decibel?
Correct.
Okay. If not, then how did you determine that the exhaust was too loud or in not good working order?
On your vehicle passing my marked police vehicle on Southern, I had my windows up and I could feel and hear the excessive noise emanating from your truck.
Okay. Did you physically inspect the muffler?
I did not.
Did you observe smoke, a broken pipe, or a visible leak?
That is not part of the ARS. It has to be not to emit unusual noise.
Okay. So you didn't document any physical damage to the exhaust system?
Well, once again, it's about sound for the ARS that you were stopped for.
Okay.
He had no justification for not examining the vehicle. It's crazy. It's quite crazy. Loud noises. So this is kind of going to be an update video about that. Richard has trial coming up in a week or two. He needs all of your support. He needs all of your support. The city of Mesa, through their prosecutors, are absolutely persecuting Richard There is no crime that was committed here. They want him to pay $300. So he's going to take it to trial. And he's already done all of his witness interviews. He's filed motions to suppress that were denied. He's filed motions to dismiss that were denied. But if you don't know why he files all that kind of stuff, it's to pad the record for the future. Padding the record means that when this case goes to trial and he loses, like he's probably going to because it's Mesa courts, he has padded the record so he can, you know, appeal on all the things that he wrote down in all that paperwork. So the trial and all the stuff that's been going on doesn't really matter. It's the appeal process that matters. And they know they messed up. They know they messed up. The prosecutor knows that the officers should have used less intrusive means, and he even told the officers that. A big hurdle that the state's going to have to get over in Richard's case is Officer Duran lying. He's going to have to lie on the stand and perjure himself when it comes time to answer some questions. Some basic questions like, did you identify yourself when you walked up to the vehicle?
Did you say that in your report that you identified yourself with your name and badge number when you approached the truck?
Not my badge number, but I did identify myself by name.
Hi, Officer, I'm in Police Department. Any weapons in the vehicle?
Did you tell Officer Maldonado to sit tight and watch the axe? Little things like that.
Did you tell Officer Maldonado to sit tight and watch the axe?
No.
There's a weapon up here. Looks like an axe.
Will you just stay up here with him?
Yeah, I got you. Hey, watch the axe on the window.
Not to mention all the inconsistencies in all of their interviews. They definitely didn't talk to each other, and they definitely didn't review their body cameras or look at their police reports because they all testified to different stuff. Some of them said that they were scared, and that was specifically Maldonado and Duran, but everybody else said that they were not. This entire case hinges on them believing that Richard has an obligation to answer the officer's question when he walks up to your door and he asks you if you have any weapons in the vehicle, any deadly weapons in the vehicle. The state, along with the police, believe that it is obligatory for you to answer this question. The state, along with the police in Arizona, specifically Mesa, Arizona, believe that you do not have a Fifth Amendment right to remain silent when a cop asks you if you're carrying a deadly weapon. Apparently, you are required to incriminate yourself in the city of Mesa, Arizona.
So under Arizona law, a person may lawfully decline to answer questions without violating ARS 13-3102. Is that correct?
No.
Okay.
Per that Arizona revised statute, you are required to identify if you have a firearm.
Another interesting point of fact about this case is there are two prosecutors that seem to be prosecuting this case. There seems to be an inexperienced, low-level prosecutor and maybe a slightly more experienced, but definitely gets paid more, female prosecutor that's micromanaging the situation, because sometimes there's one prosecutor's signature on paperwork and sometimes there's another, which is an indicator that something shady's going on. Now, mind you, this is the same court systems that I've been dealing with for years, so we know exactly what's going to happen. But Richard's going to get to embarrass the Mesa Police Department in trial. And then the subsequent appeals and potential lawsuit, if that's the route he wants to go, are going to go in his favor, because as much as they want to sit here and claim in their little municipal court and their little lorddom that you have to answer their questions, the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution and all the subsequent case law over the years says different. You don't have to answer questions. When Richard's trial comes and concludes, I will make another video and update you. And then as the appeals process goes through, I'll make more videos and update you. Because this is one big clusterfuck to screw Richard over, because the police and the prosecution is making a whole lot of mistakes right now, and they're essentially trying to save themselves and the city from a lawsuit. And knowing Richard, had they just let this go in the beginning, dropped the case, he wouldn't have pursued it. But since we've gone on for, almost the majority of 2025 now with a bullshit prosecution against somebody that doesn't break the law and is not a criminal. I don't know about that. By the way, I don't know if you've seen this or not, but it is the Direct D branded Smoker's Traveler's Kit. This is a glass blunt or a one-hitter with the Direct D logo on it, a hard case with the Direct D logo on it, and a Bic lighter with the Direct D logo on it. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's available on outfitterfreedom.com. The link to that website will be in the pinned comment and the description of this video. Definitely go get yourself one of these. Every pothead needs a Direct D smoker's kit. Trust me. You're not cool unless you have one. Have a good day, folks. Thanks for watching. So you would abuse your authority if I exercise my right? Whatever. I don't personally care what you sentence me to. I'm appealing everything today, so it's going to freeze whatever you sentence me to, and we're just going to kick it to a higher court. Because clearly this one is corrupt.
They turning our communities to hot blocks. Yeah, they got Glocks, handcuffs, and badges. They swearing that they hot shots. They want to lock us and throw away the stop. Watch, you know Direct D will show you how to cop. Watch, cop, watch. Record them when a cop stops. And ignore the pig chatter when a cop talks. You don't need a top-notch camera, just a cop watch. You gotta know your rights or you lose them. So we cop, watch.